Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with Family or Fiancé. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it. If we gonna get into it, let me tell y'all something. Baby, I do not know what kind of Jerry Springer situation, Twilight Zone mess was going on here, but there is a lot to unpack. This is season 4, episode 1, James and Jamisha, kissing cousins. Oh yeah, baby, you heard that right, y'all. Let's just get right on into it. We meet Jamisha and James. They met in 99 when Cash Money and them was taken over. And they met at a family funeral. They reconnected a few years later, and then after 2 months, they ended up moving in together. Now, I'm just thinking, oh, okay, well, whatever, because I don't really read the title of the show. And then all of a sudden, she says, yeah, him and my mom grew up together. They're second cousins. Say what now? Your mama is his second cousin? Now, they're engaged, have been engaged since 2020, but the family doesn't know. What kind of trifling mess is this? Baby, they are coming back with this show with a bang. Do you hear me? Now, it is nice to see Dr. Tracy again, but baby, not the cousins on the first episode. What is happening? So anyway, they get in that too small car. Y'all know how they do, and they go up the hill to fight for their relationship. And then they get there. They arrive. They take a look around. They meet with Dr. Tracy. Baby, he sat down in a full set. Do you hear me? Full set with glitter. I said, oh, my God. Ugh. And she just sitting there smiling. Baby, is the population in your town 5? Where are y'all from? I have never, in the history of neverdom. Now, you know what? I can't say that because I remember my grandmother telling me about some foolishness in the small town that she grew up in and how the people didn't know they was cousins and they end up getting married and they did this and they did that. But baby, y'all know that y'all are related. So I'm just trying to figure out how this is going on. So then she tells Tracy that they're third cousins, but they don't share DNA markers because they did, the genealogy of it all. She was 18 when she saw him at the funeral and he was 30. Now, he's telling this story about how she was on his Facebook page and then one of his friends was like, oh, who is that? And he said, oh, that's my cousin. And then the friend said, oh, she cute. He said, well, she married, so leave her alone. Oh, okay. So you were looking at the cousin at the same damn time that he was looking at the cousin, being gross. Okay, just being damn gross. And she said it was her that felt something for him first. Now, mind you, she is married. And when he was looking at her on these pictures, he was married. Okay, and she's still married. Y'all just pay attention to this. Like, it's just crazy. Then to make matters worse, like I said, she's still married. He is still married. I'm sorry, correction. He's still married. He filed for divorce in 2020, but they are not divorced yet. Baby, Tyler Perry finna fire up that typewriter. Baby, the way Tyler gonna have them people in a bad wig. Baby, Tyler is firing up his typewriter as we speak. It's gonna be called Kissing Cousins by Tyler Perry. Cousins in the Black by Tyler Perry. It's gonna be something, child. It's gonna be something. This is child. Listen, y'all, I was frowned up the entire time. I was disgusted. Do you hear me? I was frowned up the entire time because I was looking at this and I was just like, are y'all serious? This is crazy. This is insane. So Tracy wants to know how their children feel. Now, mind you, she has 6 children from a previous marriage and he has children that he don't even damn take care of. And she said, well, the children, they feel disgusted. They feel betrayed, as they should. Like, what are you talking about? So then, of course, Tracy wants to know who's coming for her mom, her daughter, and her best friend. On his side, his secret lover. Yeah, that's what they are. Baby, they not fooling me. They are not fooling me. The 2 friends and the daughter are coming on his side, but they are not fooling me. I just don't, baby. I don't buy nothing. Okay, I don't buy nothing about it. Tracy then tells them what's going to happen when the family comes. They're going to complete these tasks. Jamisha's task is called Cakes and Questions. They're going to eat the cake and they're going to answer questions. His is called Unpack Your Baggage. He's going to answer questions with her family. And I was like, her family? Hell, they all family. All those people look just alike. It was creepy. Okay, with the exception of the friends. But I was just like, he's going to answer questions with her family. Child, anyway. In the next scene, the family arrives. His family arrives first. Baby, the only people to know that they were together is his daughter. They are literally, like I said, kissing cousins. And one of them, which was the friend, I think his name was Chris, he ended up finding out the night before. I said, oh, baby, they ain't want nobody to know this because they know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. That's the reason why you don't want nobody to know. And when the friend came in, did y'all notice that friend caressing that beard and gonna get mad talking about, I feel like he involves himself too much with that woman. Okay. Something don't seem right. Because why are you so mad? And why are you calling her that woman? Like, what is things that make you go, And then the daughter is expressing in the confessional that she's known about the relationship and that she doesn't know if they're taking it further. Here he go. Oh, they talking about getting engaged? Why? Isn't that your buddy, your pal, your homie, your partner? Why do you care about them getting engaged? Is she harming him in any way? Oh, okay. Okay. So then her family arrives and her daughter Lyric is not happy with this situation, which is understandable because what is this? And what kind of example are you setting for your daughter? Now, I feel so bad for the daughters, but why does that mama, because y'all know I pay attention to everything. Why does that mama look like the baby? I'm so, child, look, mama look younger than her daughter. I was so confused. This episode, y'all got to watch this episode. If you have not seen it, please watch Family or Fiancé season 4, episode 1. You can even find it on YouTube for free. Listen, when the mama walked in looking younger than the daughter, I was wondering who the mama was, but the mama was the mama and she is the daughter. Are we being punked? Because what is really going on? So anyway, they stand up there and get ready to speak their speech, and she breaks the news that they're engaged and have been since 2020 and nobody knew. So the family was not having it. But why they all sitting there looking kin? All y'all look kin. This is despicable, honey. I'm sorry. It's just flat out nasty. And I don't believe that he wasn't talking to her when she was 18 either. They done concocted this plan. They got so many lies between the two of them. I believe he was talking to her when she was 18 and he was 30 and they ain't fooling me. Allegedly. Moving forward. So his daughter and hers, they both said, no, y'all cannot be getting married. Her daughter Lyric said that it's very hurtful to her. And the best friend didn't even know that they were related. He over there like, why you didn't tell me y'all was related, bro? You could have told me y'all was related. Because they know it's wrong. That's why. Now, instead of them focusing on them being related, his friend Yumik talking about, aren't y'all moving too fast? What? They are cousins. I do not care how many times you try to remove and remove and remove and remove. The only way that I would see this making sense is if it was a marriage, if it was a cousin by marriage. Other than that, like if my mama and your daddy and your sister and my grandma and your great grandpa and that, if we all intertwine like that and I can see you down at the reunion, absolutely not. Nope. Not gonna make no sense. So then they break up into groups. Of course, she has cakes and questions. First question, why not just tell everybody? She said, because we didn't want to hurt anybody. Girl, you're right, because you knew it was wrong and it's nasty. Moving forward. Over with him, they want to know, how far removed are they? So then her mama piped up and she said, well, his father and my mother, they're first cousins. So her and James are second cousins. And Jamisha and James are third cousins. So according to the mama, the two in the relationship are third cousins. But the way that I figured it out, I figured that they're second cousins, but maybe I'm wrong. And why was he waiting for her mama to answer the question? You don't know how far removed you are? Next question. What would you do if Jamisha changes her mind? Now, he tried to blame it on the kids, talking about, well, if the daughter don't like me, stepping in. Her mama said, oh, absolutely not. Okay. The mother quickly defended her grandchildren. You are not going to blame this on those children. If Jamisha don't want you no more, it's because Jamisha don't want you no more. We're not going to play these games. You trying to act like it's her. No, it's not the family. It would be the two of you. And that's just that on that. I'm like, I know that's right. So the daughter doesn't really like him stepping in, trying to be her dad. And every time the mom says something, he got something to say. Here he go. I am not your daddy. Yeah, because you're her cousin. And according to your own daughter, you ain't her daddy either. Child, this is a fool. Back over with Jamisha, she's asking his daughter, what was growing up like for you? She said, well, basically he's been in relationship after relationship and they all had kids. So he would go wherever they were and just basically neglect us and took care of their kids. And then this silly lady just sat there hearing this and said nothing. Now, if she thinks continuing with a deadbeat is okay, then there is no hope for humanity. Girl, do you really want a man that bad? Y'all matching from your head to your socks. You got matching tattoos, your nails matching, your face matching because you're related. Then his friend Yumik said, well, have y'all thought about having kids? What about kids? They need to focus on the kids they got. She reveals that she had a miscarriage, and baby, what she say that for? That should have never happened, first of all. So his daughter, Kiana, she's breaking down now because are you serious? How is he going to be bringing another kid into the world and he doesn't even talk to the ones that he has now? Now, mind you, his relationship with his oldest daughter is estranged. He said, I tried to call her, but she ain't answer. Oh, okay. Whatever you say, sir. And I bet that she knows that he don't fool with his own children. Yeah, she's being irresponsible, like her outcome is going to be different. And it's not. Baby, these two got a whole lot of secrets. Do y'all hear me? She says she's not concerned with him being there for the baby. She's more concerned with how they feel. Girl, you won't be different. He gonna do you the same way. You're gonna have 7 kids, and then he's gonna go on about his business and meet the next one, and then he gonna get somebody with her and take care of her kids. Girl, you're not different. You're not special. I'm sorry. In the next scene, it's time for the dinner. You know how they sit down, baby. They cook themselves some spaghetti. That's the first thing they gonna cook. They sit down. It's time for dinner with the family. His daughter is clearly emotional at the table. I'm talking about she is crying. Tears are streaming. Everybody's still eating. That woman ain't either. Okay, I know we giving James a lot, but I don't know if y'all peeped this. She ain't nothing either, because you know why she's crying. You know what you revealed to her when y'all played Cakes and Questions. Your spirit nasty too. Something about this lady I just did not like. I'm sorry. I did not like this lady. I did not like this man. I just didn't like them. Because why are you sitting there just looking, knowing that she's crying because of what you told her? So then she gonna direct the conversation to her mom and ask if she found out anything new. And her mom said, well, I did learn a few things. There were a few revelations. Her daughter Lyric said, I ain't learned nothing. Okay, but what I will say is me and you are best friends when he's not around. But when he comes around, you just forget about me. And then you start acting fake. Jamaica, honey, we gonna need to get the therapy. Okay, we gonna need to get it. Moving forward. Your child is expressing hurt and a disconnect. Now, I'm not sure what's clicking. It's clicking, but it's clicking down. This don't make no sense. Anything to have a man. I just don't get it. It's not the pinnacle that you think it is. So his daughter told her daughter, I understand you because I have felt the exact same way. And again, she's crying at the table and she really cannot pull herself together. He's steady eating his spaghetti. Baby done wrapped it around his fork and everything, getting ready to put it down his damn throat while his daughter is crying. She said, I just don't understand you trying to have another kid and not saying anything about it when you haven't been present for us. Then he gonna say, oh, so you mad because I ain't tell you I was finna have another baby? Yes, that's exactly what she's saying. So then everybody's just sitting up there looking, and her best friend Kristen had to step in and say, your daughter is hurting. Can we just get a hug? I mean, a hug goes a long way. But why does she have to tell you that? Why? Are you not her parent? Here go Jamaica. I mean, just do it, even if you get rejected. Oh, now you want to speak. So Kristen had to get the ball rolling for you to actually say something? Girl, are you new here on earth? Like, what is wrong with you? The fact that this man sat there and didn't even get up to comfort her told me more than I needed to know. Not you just gonna sit there. He's talking about, well, I mean, to my daughter, Kiana, the mother of my grandkids, she my ride or die. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Where's the apology? That's not what we're talking about, being no ride or die. You probably don't even know nothing about the lady. Talking about she a ride or die. So then his friend Yumi gets up and hugs his neck. He trying to get him to comfort her. Talking about, get up, do something. He gonna say, that's all I've been doing. But nobody gives a F about me. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You're a grown damn man. It's not about you or your feelings. Your daughters don't feel loved. They don't even speak to you. And you better be glad she even came. This is crazy. You're worried about how you feel when she's sitting at the table crying over her spaghetti. She didn't even eat. And your little fiance over there / family. Okay, y'all literally took the title and ran with it. Your family and fiance. While she's just sitting there knowing what she knew and saying what she said earlier in those exercises, she ain't moved either. She could have gotten up and comforted her and say, you know what? I'm so sorry that I dropped the bomb on you like that. I didn't know it was going to affect you that way. I am so sorry. Neither one of y'all doing nothing. Both y'all sorry. Moving forward. In the next scene, it's the next day, and these two meet with Dr. Tracy, and they're matching family reunion shirts, and they're matching nails. I said, not y'all both got on these pink polo shirts. Child, it's giving despicable. They infuriated me because she just wants a man. And her daughter got more sense than her and James. And the baby is in high school because I heard her say during the exercise, I'm just waiting to go to college. Once I go to college, then I'll be good. No, baby, you'll be hurting in college. They need to fix this and fix it now. So Tracy wants to know what happened yesterday. So Jamaica is telling her about how their love is hurting the other people and they want them to choose. So then she tells Tracy about his daughter being visibly distraught. And so Tracy said, well, is it because you're taking him away from their family and moving him into yours? Ma'am, she just moving him from one address to the next. They all family. We are family. I got all my cousins with me. Baby, everybody can. He ain't taking on no damn well because they are all family. Okay? The family, proud family. Baby, they are family. A shout out to Beyonce and Solange and them. So her kids don't want him there. Neither are considering the children. So James said, well, you know, it's not right because I fought daily and I was there, but I didn't see them during the divorce. So he moved out when Kiana was 5 and she watched him be with other families and not participate in raising her. So Dr. Tracy is trying to get him to see that's the reason. That is the reason why she's upset. Even with the other daughter, he doesn't speak to her. Now, both of them are hurt by how he just moves on like it's nothing. Like Tracy said, this is a pattern for you. And emotionally, your kids are lost. And if you keep on, they ain't gonna never fool with you. And this should have been an Ayanla episode because he has a lot of work to do, especially with his kids. And none of them mess with him for a reason. It's got to be a reason. Moving forward. So he has nothing but excuses talking about, well, they don't talk to me because they don't want to. And like Dr. Tracy said, you are the parent. You go first. And you do it whether you want to do it or not. Child, please, he's a deadbeat. He speaks deadbeat fluently. They're always waiting on their kids to make the first move. Baby, you had them, they ain't have you. You go first. Ready, set, go. Okay? Tag, you're it. So she's trying to explain to them it's the way that they went about it. And that's why everybody is up in arms. Now, she kind of lost me when she said, just take the cousin thing off the table. No, ma'am. The cousin thing is the table. I'm sorry. I can't get past that. Can y'all got past it? Oh, okay. Maybe some of y'all got past it. Maybe I can't get past child, not the cousin. She wants to bring in a trauma expert to talk to the family and repair the trauma so that they don't create more. So baby, they all go meet with Dr. Tamala Black. Beautiful lady. Licensed marriage and family therapist, as well as a psychologist, because we need it. And she's also a trauma specialist. They all sit down. She's telling them that they have to start with the hard conversations first. So her sweet daughter, Lyric, she spoke about how the relationship is hard on her mental health. And you know what? Her being so young and being able to communicate that, I thought that was beautiful. So she's doing something partially right, because for her to be such an effective communicator, it speaks volumes. It might be from her daddy, honey. And I wouldn't be surprised if that daddy was like, listen, all the kids coming with me because I don't know what you doing over there. And you got this man living with my children? Child, this is a fool. So Jamaica is telling her that she doesn't want her mental health damaged. Well, leave that man alone. If you don't want her mental health to be damaged, leave that man alone. She's really pissing me off because her daughter told her that she's been throwing out hints about therapy, but she's letting her know now that she's going to need therapy after this. When I tell y'all nobody, and I do mean nobody, will ever be more important than my son. Ever. That nobody will ever be more important than his mental health. I'm not playing those games. People leaving here every single day because they're overwhelmed and they're underloved. And they're misunderstood and they're not listened to, and they're not seen. Moving forward. So the therapist wanted to know how James felt hearing that. He said, well, that wasn't the plan. You know, I didn't plan on doing any of this and I apologize. So Kiana said basically that her and James would be super close and then he would just pick up and move somewhere with a woman and her kids. And she got pregnant at 16. She was scared and he wasn't there for her. Now, this is the thing I was noticing as I was watching. He's always so void of emotion. It's very odd. Like he behaves like she's crying wolf. I don't know what that's about, but it's very crazy. He said he always is on the defense. And she said, well, I just feel like you weren't there for that big moment. So then he starts blaming the mother, talking about your mama wasn't there either. I wasn't even supposed to be there. And your mother wasn't there. She left the hospital. So she's explaining to him, no, she came in her construction clothes. She definitely did come. Well, I came off the road. I was on the road and I came. Do you want a cookie or not? It's everybody but you. Then she turns to the therapist and she says, I don't want to do this. Him being childish, he said, well, don't do it then. This man is incapable of seeing how his actions over the years have negatively impacted his daughters. Now is the time to acknowledge, not defend. Acknowledge exactly what it is that she's saying. Jamika said, well, I don't really feel like James was listening. Girl, he was not. Yeah, you don't feel like that because he wasn't. He gets up, he storms off, he's throwing a tantrum. The therapist is trying to make her feel seen. She tells her, I'm angry. I feel abandoned by him and I'm angry. So she wanted to know on a scale of 1 to 10 where her anger was. She said, I'm past the 10. I'm pissed. Do you hear me? So then the therapist goes into the woods to find him and find out why he left. Again, he's making it about him. Well, I'm never allowed to speak. She just gets to talk and then she turns on the waterworks. Who says turns on the waterworks when they're talking about their child? Why are you acting like she's doing this for attention? I'm sorry, honey. Sometimes you have to be okay with the apologies that you never get. I know that sounds cliche, but I wouldn't even try anymore if I was his daughter. If I was Kiana, I wouldn't say not another damn word. I don't give a damn. You don't care, so neither do I. I'm not about to stress myself out. Baby, you are supposed to raise me, nourish me. If you don't care, then neither do I. It's crazy. So Dr. Tamala is telling him what she's trying to do is express herself. By this time, Kiana has had enough. Baby, she decides to leave because nothing is changing, as she should. Now, instead of him going to find his daughter to correct things, he goes and starts hugging on that friend of his. Oh, okay. So you can get emotional with him, but not your own damn child? Baby, I will watch these two. Jamika, you sitting up there skinning and grinning and going down to that nail salon and spending all that money on them full sets and the manicures and them pedicures and whatnot. You need to be watching that friend. Okay? Something is not right. Yumi gonna say, sometimes you just got to say what they want to hear. Abso-damn-lutely not. No, sir. Do not say nothing that's not your real and true heart. Don't do that because that's just a bandage and you're not going to change your behavior. Why would you even suggest that? Girl, you need to get far, far away from these people. Kiana, pack your bags and go home, honey. Please go home. Moving forward. Outside at the car, the therapist is trying to get her to stay. And inside, his best friend crying, telling him, do something. Life is too short. James, Joseph, June, Jacob, Jingleheimer, Schmidt. Honey, he's saying all kind of stuff. Telling him he need to go outside and talk to the daughter. Now, I'm just wondering why they can cry together, but she's turning on the waterworks. And why is the other friend there? He ain't said nothing all episode. Child, I'm just pissed at the entire thing. Do y'all hear me? Pissed. Moving forward. So he goes out there, but she's set on going home. He's talking about, all right, well, if that's what you really want, be safe. I love you. Sir, you didn't care no way. That's why it was so easy for you to let her go. If you really wanted her there, you would have grabbed her by the hand and you would have said, get out of the car. Let's go talk, just me and you. No, you wanted her to leave. So I don't want to hear anything about it. Now, later that night, he's talking to Jamika. And she told him after listening to her daughter, she feels they need to work on themselves first. Thank goodness. She woke up just a little bit, y'all. She opened her eyes up just a little bit. Because she was asleep. Do y'all hear me? Slumbering. Child, this was a fool. I feel like there should be absolutely no marriage between the two of y'all. A, because y'all are cousins. And B, because y'all are cousins. And C, because y'all are cousins. And also, your kids are hurting. Go find somebody else not related to y'all. That's crazy. In the next scene, they meet with Dr. Tracy for the final time. So he starts telling her about the blow up. And she's telling him that he doesn't like to hear what his daughter is saying because it means that he's failed. He said, well, other people get a pass. Why I don't get a pass? And I am so happy that she told him, as a parent, you don't get a pass. That's not how this works. It's our job to be a sounding board and realize that our children have voices and they have feelings. Okay, because when I was growing up, we didn't have no voice. You do as you're told, go sit the hell down, and there was no apologies given. The next thing you know, I'm finna go to the store, you want something? No, I would like an apology. How about that? But now, we can break those generational curses, but it seems that you don't have the common sense. It's not all about you. Try listening and taking it in. Listen to your children. So Jamika then tells Tracy that her daughter says she was depressed and she needs therapy. Now, I think her daughter telling her that, it really hit home, and I'm glad that it opened her eyes. I'm so glad that she is waking up. So then Tracy notices that Jamaica isn't wearing her ring. And so Jamaica told her, I feel like we need to work on ourselves because he's always going to be there and I'm always going to be there. Absolutely. Y'all are related. Okay. I'm not letting that go. I'm sorry. You'll see him at the next cookout. You'll see him down to the funeral home. I just cannot let that go. It's creepy. I feel like you need to focus on you and your kids. There are 6 children that you need to focus on. So they have to go in and tell their family that they're not pursuing a marriage. They go in, they tell their family and friends that they're pausing getting married to work on themselves. And she did apologize to them for the trauma that it caused them because of their relationship. Now, I can sense that her daughter felt a sense of relief at that moment. And her mother in the confessional thought that it was a selfless act for the two of them to focus more on themselves and not on getting married. Now, even after all of that, his friend Yumik still talking about, I don't know what a pause mean. Are y'all still going to be living together? Or y'all going to be sneaking around? Like y'all ain't going to let the kids know? What does pause mean? It's not for you to know. Just know it's paused. That's it. That's all. So then they get up, they do a group hug, and we find out that they still live together, but they are doing the self-work. No, ma'am, he needs to move out. That man does not need to be in there with you and your kids. He needs to get out of there. Now, this is what the after cards read. While the engagement remains on pause, the family still continue to struggle with Jamisha and James's relationship. Lyric is expressing her feelings more, and they are working on finding the right therapist for her. Don't take too long, okay? Because I don't want you to put this by the wayside. James has exchanged a few texts with Kiana, but says the ball is in her court. Still giving deadbeat dad who wants a child to chase after them. And Jamaica, you're giving deadbeat as well. And that was the end of the episode. What was this? Did y'all watch this? Baby, family or fiance came out the gate swinging. I do not know what is going to happen from here on out. And I do like that they took a pause because it started to seem scripted and it started to seem repetitive after a while. And it was just like, okay, they ask the question, they do the exercise, they say yes, they say no. Yeah, this is something else. But y'all comment down below, tell me exactly what you thought. I had to get this out, honey, because this was something else. Comment down below and I'm going to comment back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.